Imagine raising a tyrant 3-year-old child into a rebellious teenager. That sounds fun, right? The answer is actually no. It's not fun. However, according to Jim and Charles Fay and Foster W. Klein's book, Parenting with Love and Logic, Teaching Children Responsibility, parenting is supposed to be fun and stress-free. What? The creators use love and logic, give us modern-day parents another tool to use in our tool belt. I am Joe James, and my wife and I have 6 amazing children, combining our family together. This can be very difficult because they all have unique personalities. So we do have to have a very gray area parenting techniques. And when our kids are acting like little monsters, it's really tough. But my most fabulous smart wife has suggested us to use another tool and to handle these monstrous times. So we turn to love and logic. Teaching empathy, firm and enforceable statements, and sharing control are the main points of love and logic. So our lives as parents will be stress-free. Say what? That sounds good to me. Empathy isn't sympathy, so don't get them confused. Empathy is the ability to understand and share the feelings of another. Using empathy first, then incorporating a consequence will send a very powerful loving message to our little monsters. So, what are some empathy statements? Can you guys think of any? Well, I'm sure you could come up with some, but here are a couple of examples. What a bummer. That's too bad. How are you going to handle these? So when we lock in empathy and lock out anger, our message is one of love. It's crucial to express our sadness to our children, or /monsters, if you know what I mean. When they make a mistake, when boundaries are crossed, a love and logic parent will empathize and allow the effects of the consequence drive home the child's lesson. Teaching firm and enforceable limits, creating safety and healthy bonding. Setting limits indirectly tells children, I love you enough to keep you safe and secure. The number one rule of love and logic is to take care of yourself by setting limits in a loving way for the little monster times. By taking good care of yourself, you are setting a good example. So, let's see, just ask yourself, when we set limits that are realistic and replace threats and warnings with loving, simple action, who is empowered and who feels better? Maybe both of us? Now, so when practicing firm and enforceable limits, mean what you say and say what you mean. Determine empathetic, thinking words, refrain from using anger, and allow the little monsters to make their own decisions. Teaching decision-making or control sharing is an effective way to teach children how to make wise choices. Practice control sharing with young children by giving them choices. For example, would you like the door open or shut? Would you like to go to timeout walking or flying? If they don't decide, then you pick them up and carry them and they're flying into their room for a timeout. The trick to given choices is giving them choices with an acceptable outcome that you're willing to live with either way. Makes sense, doesn't it? If you're good with either way, sounds good to me. As our children grow, the choices we present will turn into learning lessons, and eventually we'll gain control through letting go. Sounds logical. As you can see from the V of the love with the practice, the V that is displayed there, practice making wise decisions equals more freedom, resulting that our children grow from being little monsters into responsible young adults. Love and logic methods provide parents tools to help guide our kids and strengthen the bonds we all need to thrive as adults. I wish I learned some of these when I was a kid. Learning how to empathize is an art that takes lots of practice, but through empathy you are transformed from a drill sergeant into a loving, consultant parent for our little monsters. Consultant parents take good care of themselves. Number 1, representing the future model that our little monsters want to become. The safety, freedom, and happiness Love and Logic parents provide will develop a great self-concept, resulting in responsible, happy adults. If you're searching for new ways to reach, empower, and strengthen your little monsters, consider Love and Logic. Thank you.